I think in relation to Alberto Burri's work, I am much more interested in extending the form or the narrative of the idea of painting or sculpture. It's just this idea of knowing that architecture is very much implicated in the way that these objects are made and the way they are displayed. So I think my work is kind of a departure from his work in a sense that it kind of takes the whole city or urban space and puts it into a much bigger context. The idea of crisis itself is something that I implement within the whole production process of making. So whereas in the surface quality of Burri's work, where it's more or less like a time capsule or something which is captured at a certain moment in time, I think my work, the process of making it, has the ability or the influence of changing the objects from time to time. My point of departure from Burri's work is that I'm much more interested in extending the narrative or the politics within the materials that he works with. Because once it's contained within a certain, the rectangular form of a painting, the way the audience are introduced into the work are always from a certain kind of perspective. Whereas I'm interested in the work or the material from a certain point of inclusion in such a way that during production, the audience, which I tend to think of as actors, are kind of inscribed into the process of making the work itself. And I think it's because of the specific context in which these materials are sourced from. The idea was to work with this material because it had a universal language in terms of how people relate to it. Because for me, even if the entire space is covered in this material, the shape of it still has a very strong reference to the idea of painting or the angles of a canvas.